Hello, this is Jer, and I'm back with the Energy Vampires. So this is just Bionic dupes on hard mode. And if you're watching the Demolier Survivors and having trouble getting caught up, you could skip this one or watch along if you've got the time. So what do we have going on? Last time, I was over with 5 of the dupes, and we have taken out lots of material, packed that up in a rocket, and as well as some critters. Some dreckos over here, and we get a little bit of reed fiber. So first thing I want to do is set up a station to make some Atmo suits. I think that's what I'm going to use the reed fiber for. We'll put that right there. And we also need a spot for the dreckos. I thought to start making a long-term place over there. I actually made that a little bit lower priority after thinking about it. And I'm going to put the dreckos down here. And one thing I will want to do is determine which one of these has laid an egg. So clearly not this guy at 22, but I'll figure that out. And essentially taking critters that have already laid an egg and put them in a stable. That's going to be set up down here. The other thing that I think I'm going to do, and realizing now that I'm on a metal poor asteroid, I did bring back some iron ore, thankfully. Just because in another series I saw how damaging batteries getting wet are. I did put some mesh tiling on the side, but just for extra bit of security, I think I might actually make mesh tiling the whole way across where our batteries exist. So we've got that set up now. We just need that tile filled in. That can be done later. Let's put in an exosuit. I've got lots of lead now. That's one of the materials that came from the other world. Oh, right. Wait. Slow things down. One thing I did mean to do, I'll do now, is start reassigning skills. So when I was over on this world, one of the last things that I got my dupes to do is pick up all the stuff that I wanted and put it into the rocket. So that's why everyone is loaded on this extra strength. So let's change the alpha. Well, let's make sure we have at least one dupe that can dig through anything. We'll give them some construction. Oh, I can see we're going to need some more construction boosters. Beta is the dupe that's going to specialize in construction, so we'll give them 4 of these. Maybe Delta will give you... Okay, yeah. Clearly, how many microchips? We got 42. Let's make 6 more construction boosters. Let's just double check priorities here. Alpha, you're on digging. Beta, you are on construction. No, but I will make you as such. And the other question is for the Atmos suits, K2. That's what I was hoping. Now, I've got 10. So, I can make this out of iron. I've got 18 tons of that, or copper. It makes more sense to make it out of iron. Let's make 6 of these. 1 for each dupe. In this bin, we're storing our reed fiber. I could put in, I don't know. Yeah, I'll just throw it there. An auto sweeper. Oh, right. And how about, what size did I get in this room? 86. I'll do some work. And we'll put in as many dreckos as I can that have laid eggs. So as I was measuring this, I realized that included this little section in the room, which we absolutely do not want to have happen because, well, obviously too many critters. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually take this out and open up this area. Get some dirt there. I don't know if I need to work. Oh, yes, I would, because that would fall down. Don't do that. Okay, currently we're getting rid of our Great Hall. We'll patch that back up here. Actually, we can do that right now. Put 1 ladder right there. And, oh, I guess we can make that from either side, there and there. And let's put in this. Oh, that door needs to be made. It's done. That door needs to be shut. Okay, what do we got? Now we're way too big. All right, I'll make an adjustment. Okay, let's do a quick double check. Or rather, a check right here. If I get rid of this. Is that going to be the right size? And also, hopefully, see some Atmos suits and material going in anyway. And there's our Atmos suit. First one being produced by Delta. Bam. Atmos suit. All right, we'll dress that later. Let's just go measure this room out. Once the store's in, obviously. Okay. 93. All right, so we need to increase it by 3. Okay, so here is where I'm planning... Oh, auto sweeper already to work. I'm going to be growing some mealwood so that whoever I take down here is going to have some food access. Maybe we'll let that grow just briefly before I take a drecko in here. The other thing I've got going on is setting up this spot here for one of the dupes to put on an Atmos suit at a time. That can get messy if not done right, so hoping that it goes well. And the other thing, lower priority, but eventually you want to do a little bit more protection from radiation. In fact, I want to make sure that area above there is protected from radiation well before I put Atmos suits on. All right, let's store some dirt here. Maybe 2 tons will be enough. The reason for that radiation protection is once I get the dupes to put on their Atmos suits, they keep them on forever as long as I figure the traffic system that needs to go on here. But if they ever make a mess of their suit because, say, they had radiation poisoning, that's not good. So I don't know if this is going to be necessary, but I'm going to aim for a 0 tolerance down here, even 2 rads. I'm going to aim for 0 rads before I get Atmos suits on. Go back to 37% stress. I thought it was 77 for a second. Okay, let's get rid of this, and then let's start growing the mealwood. Double check that we are at 96. We are. So mealwood starting to grow. Well, technically, yeah. Once dirt is at it, it'll grow. A little bit more wiring needs to be put in. Tiny bit low on copper ore. The other thing, I had one other plan, which was the slickers. We might as well have them, right now we just have their eggs, but we might as well have them down here. Just doing this just because, it's just terribly annoying to go through that. Hopefully they haven't hatched. I see one was delivered. That might be a bad sign. Oh no, there's 2 in there. I just didn't see the other one go through. Okay, so they'll hatch and exist down here. Even close this door so they stay in this area and they can start to consume that carbon dioxide. Cool. We've got some mealwood grows fast. I think I think we can just throw one of these guys in. Yeah, I found one that I'm happy with, and not these 2. This guy here is 135. I'm going to say he's fine to take in. Oh, there's 2 of them side by side. The 112, I don't know. And I'm just going to be safe and leave them here, but this guy, I wish there was something on the wild critters that told you whether they've laid their egg or not, but you can't see that. Anyway, technically they're out of access for part of the time, so maybe we'll kind of do this to help a little bit. Okay, so Drecko has been dropped off. So he's elderly, we'll let them become tame first of all. Let's make this a priority. Technically, I've got 2 dupes that can do that now. Oh, I forgot oxygen in here, didn't I? But let's do this. Let's put a bin there. As I said before, we're going to aim to put in radiation protection just so that dupes don't get sick. So just pushing in a pipe so oxygen can reach our atmosuit duct. We're going to do some changes up here. First of all, instead of having the heavy wire go down here, which is kind of forcing this radiation protection, I did add this, but still it'd be nice to have that a little bit higher. Instead, we'll have it kind of zigzag up in through like this. And then connect in. Oh, hold on, wait a minute. Oh, I see. If I want to make sure the dupes can fit, technically I need to go, okay, well, let me rethink this just a little bit. Alright, I'm going to have to experiment a bit here. I don't think it should be too bad. Switching over to iron ore 2. We're going to just do sort of, I guess it's sort of like S-digging, except we're going to make tiles. And I'm going to do that until we can get to the point that we have no radiation. Everything else, though, should be much easier. Let's just slow things down just briefly. So still have a little bit there. So I'll add some igneous rock this way, and then over this way. And I made the assumption that maybe we could connect to there, though I actually don't. Or I could just put... Hold on. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Technically, we don't have enough protection, but I could just throw... I don't have to make the tiling go, or the wire go down further. In fact, maybe I could just gone down there. Let's throw this in. Probably gonna need that then. We'll add in a little bit of extra protection here. This is all, and this will have to be redone. In fact, now that I've got this connected, we've got a redundant wire that goes... Actually, I think this is all connected. Oh, they are. The way the battery... Okay, I was like... I had all these batteries and was not using them. Technically, you only need to connect into one. I don't think I did that because I knew that. I just got lucky in the way that it actually works. I don't know whether these guys can actually walk across batteries, though. Technically... Are you stuck? Yeah, that's okay. That's what I thought. We need to destroy this. In fact, I think at least for now, we'll take that battery out. And yeah, no one can reach right there, so we'll put that in place. Let's aim to get full radiation protection. Yeah, all we need to do really is do this and a ladder so we can reach that end. How did we do here? We've got probably one more tile. Decided to put a ladder system on this side of the battery because I suspect we're going to actually have to block this off at some point. Let's just check on, for a quick second, this guy here. Elderly wildness is less than half. So that's good. And I think I'm going to make a priority of doing in this little section here. Oh, I don't know if they can reach. Oh, they can, technically. And let's put in another one. Right there. And then continue the pattern. Throw some igneous rock along like this. And I think after this layer, so this would be 6, I think we're going to have full protection. And just seeing if I have some new building. Let's see, Alpha. Let's give you another construction. Beta, let's keep it that way. Delta, kind of keep you balanced. Gamma, construction, and Zeta, throw more of that. Because there's probably going to be lots to be built over the next little bit. Let's just check over here. Yeah, that's what we're aiming for. 0 radiation protection. So we have 0 here, but almost 0 there. So that should do the trick. Yeah, I can see I could just brought that around like that. Whatever. Now, what I am thinking, and part of the reason that this area is so important in particular, because the main thing that I've been concentrating is going over here, and actually, is that, well, technically we could do a little bit better on the way to the rocket, so let's do that. But I want to start making some steam turbines. And I want to be able to get up here with Atmo suits on, not have anyone get sick. And since these guys consume power, steam seems to be a really nice thing to do a little bit early on. Certainly before our hydrogen and other energy sources run out. So let's continue this. And I can see that we're going to need to take this over like that. We don't need to go the full way over. I'm probably just going to make... I'll go this far. We'll make this the cutoff line. I could go the entire way, but that's something that I'll leave for another time. Okay, so we'll leave this alone because at this point we've got full protection from there to there. Oh, whoa, we're missing something. What happened there? Oh, okay, that's fine. We just had a tile that wasn't done yet. And I will start to fill this in. Guess technically we can get rid of this, since it's no longer doing anything. The other option was to get the get a few rovers. I think I'm gonna minimize getting rovers. So this is one layer. I probably am gonna have to go, yeah, down to this level. Come to think of it. So we'll go that far, as I mentioned. What about our drecko? Elderly, but, okay, 61%. And they are increasing at 11% per day. So we should start to see some eggs come from that guy. So we'll probably all our... What? Oh, there's a conveyor layer there. I was like, what is that going in our tiles? So continue going across. So igneous rock being provided in construction. So yeah, right somewhere in this area is where I first see our set of steam turbines coming in. And after this, we'll aim to get Atmo suits on. I think we might have been fine, actually. In fact, I see no one getting sick now, so clearly this seems unnecessary. But maybe I was just being a little too cautious. Figured if they were going to get sick, though, I'd rather them getting sick without the suit on. So just a few more tiles to go here. And I'm going to say that's going to do it. So that's given us, we'll have full radiation protection. We are completely clear over here. Very nice. I'm going to start the process of creating steel. I'm going to start off with getting 2 rock crushers together. Eventually make some steel over here in a metal refinery. I'm thinking to myself, I want to get a cooling system, probably an aqua tuner. I want to have that ready and online before we actually get our steam turbines, because I do need to make sure those steam turbines are cool in order to run. I just have, I guess, 5 right now of the Atmos suits. Put in the first over here. I'm going to direct the dupes that this is a one-way, you can only exit. Maybe make that a priority. Awesome. So we'll tell the dupes to cannot go in here unless I specifically tell you. So Alpha, I'll send you through. Was that you, Alpha? Nope, it was Delta. All right, so we'll put these on one by one. Move 2. So this should... Oh. Let's make it so that they can't leave either. Oh, maybe that has to be charged up a little bit more. There we go. Awesome. So that's Alpha. Now let's do Beta. Door doesn't need to change. Deliver. Actually, if I have a Beta deliver it, I should kind of... Oh. Oh, you sneaky little things. Okay, we're going to put that right there. And technically, I guess Delta's going to be putting this on. How are we making out down? Okay, it's liquid on floor. So we want to deliver another one. This should be Beta this time. Alright, I see that they're working on the other stable. I will make the rock crusher room. So we'll start bringing over some heavy wires and dig that area out. Try to understand... Oh, okay, that explains why Beta was not going in. Okay, let's have a look at Beta. Why are they not going in? Follow. I mean the center of attention. Oh, because they're on building priority. Hold on. Hold on. Turn that off for a second. There we go. They should be out there picking up their suit. Had to take a breath of oxygen. Try again. And wait for that to be filled up. Go, 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 go. We can put that on. Okay, so that is Beta. We had... Was it Delta? Does it show where... Okay. We only have 6 tubes, so... Oh yeah, it was Delta. So the next one, I'll get to deliver. That'll be Gamma. And do a little bit more mopping up here. Oh, another wild one of these guys. See, Gamma here is waiting for their Atmos suit. Okay. Epsilon is next. And now we'll take that out, and maybe just avoid this melting away and being an issue. Kind of do this type of thing. Right. So I assume everybody, except for Zeta, has their suit on. Waiting for reed fiber. Do we not have... I thought we had enough reed fiber. Why are we out of reed fiber? We had 10 pieces. Well, that is bizarre. Zeta, I cannot explain what happened here. But we had 10 pieces, and it takes two reed fibers to make a suit. Oh, yeah, okay. I need it twice. I can. Okay, all right. So yeah, I had enough for everyone except for one dupe. All right, so I will have to wait till we get another one of these guys for the future. So 5 of the 6 Bionic dupes are currently covered in Atmos suits. So I was just looking to see if I can put in 2 rock crushers with more automated way. Uh-oh. Not trapping a dupe. But having... Actually, it's kind of nice they have Atmos suits. They don't have to worry about getting wet now. But issue I was having here is I want to automatically supply the fossil from a bin that's going to be stored down here. But I also want automated lights, and I kind of don't have enough room. But if we just lower this whole floor, I think it'll work out. Hold on. I need to make sure that the top part needs created first. Okay, so we have that. Then I'm thinking we can put in our 2 rock crushers, a bin here. Beta is excited. And we have all our storage bins here that we don't actually need anymore, so we'll get rid of those. Oh yeah, of course they're pulling up there. That's just going to make it so that I can tell them to put fossil in here. They'll be brought in. Oh yeah, and I guess we'll technically need to do that. And finally, fossil brought in there. And with that, see, some of the fossil has been put in there. Awesome. Let's do that. Eggshells as well. Might have a little bit of those from the hatches. Make that. Make that. Copy that over there. And the production is going on for a little bit of lime, which is the input to making steel. So over here, where we've got, let's get lime brought in, not lime, and iron as well. And we'll start the process. I guess we can't, because why? We've got lime created. Ingredient 2. What am I missing? Oh, fine carbon. Right. So we've got 2 cleanse going in here. The other thing that I'm doing is I'm realizing the construction of this has been complete. So we're going to seal this off. This is where we're going to grow some pinch of pepper plants. This setup here is just make sure we've got both power and automation set up there. Make sure those plants stay nice and warm. I can go. Oh, of course you guys would do that. We got a dupe stuck. Put in a ladder. You know what, in the meantime, just destroy that. Try again. And then I'll specify coal and clay to be put in here. And we'll make some pieces of refined carbon. Open them up. Oh, poor Zeta without their Atmo suit. Okay, there's probably a little bit of ice somewhere. I don't know if an entire bit of it has melted. Maybe, probably with the Clin and all the heat production it has. Just going to make that lower priority so we can focus more on the auto sweeper, loading that in. Alright, oh yeah, and a little bit more piping. Let's concentrate on these two tiles here, guys. Okay, so that's been sealed off. So, if hopefully this all goes well, but I plan on just loading in some water. Connecting into our water line. Forgot how small our water line is. Just one electrolyzer. So some water is on the way, so that's going to consume a bit more from here. Okay, and that is starting to be dropped off there. We've got, hopefully, our first piece. Yeah, now we can make some steel. So make 20 pieces of that. That'll be more than enough to get an aqua tuner. We can get a cooling system together. So we should see some of the inputs going in here. And, oh, we don't have, well, not the biggest thing, but we'll put in an auto sweeper right there. And boom, we've got our first piece of steel. So now that we're in the steel production business, I'm going to take a little bit of time. Make sure that we clear out some spots with some of this zombie spores. Just that I can do that in a controlled way rather than forgetting about it later on. We got some here. We also have some over here. So essentially filling that in. Also going to be storing those seeds over here just in case we get pips in the future and pips. Oh, we don't want pips picking them up. And putting them places we don't want. So we'll do that. And what is the name of these things? Orchard. Put that there at priority. Oh, wait, no, we want to do this type of thing instead. Oh, Gamma! Really? Nobody's done anything over here, even though they have access. Oh, game. Okay, let's undo that. Try this again. Alright, so we want to dig from underneath and then fill it in. Over here, we want to fill in everywheres. Okay, we're gonna have to do a similar thing. Dig underneath. Just check that we didn't have any sort of leak. I think we're done here after this one. So that's that. And let's check here. We got our liquid for that, so we can disconnect this guy. Take that out. Okay, so we're clear here. Oh, right, and we need to keep forgetting. Dig underneath. after that, fill it in, and we're done that. All right, so that is that. Where did we get with our steel 800? So we need 1200 for an aquatuner, so we need a little bit more. I'll get up to another project. Just debating whether we had the auto sweeper that was made out of lead melt. Looking at this 18 degrees, and I realized, oh yeah, no, when I had that big error and I canceled the whole thing, I guess the auto sweeper didn't actually get built, and I cleared that out in the process. So let's just check over here. This means we can take all this out, as well as do some digging. But yeah, I just realized I was going to do some planning for a steam turbine. And then I realized, oh, right, we need plastic. We're not going to get that until we can get one of these guys, this elderly guy at the moment. But if I give them reed fiber, or rather mealwood, that should increase their chances of a glossy egg. Currently it's 21%, but that's going to increase. Though, hold on. You are aged 144, so you've got 6 more cycles. And you've got a reproduction of 20. It's not looking great. Oh, but we've got an egg. Okay, so yeah, I don't think there's any point with that guy, but we're not in a rush for meat, so I'll just let him hang out there. And let's check if any eggs have been dropped off over here. I don't think so. So I'm going to have to, yeah, what I had wanted to do is set up a cooling system. Maybe I'll do the infrastructure for it, even if I can't actually make the steam turbine just yet. So I'm planning this area here to be my cooling system. We'll start digging that out. The other thing is, I'm a little bit concerned about the heat from this guy. Now, once I make a steam turbine, once I get the plastic to make a steam turbine, this will probably be the first thing that I address. But since not all dupes actually have Atmos suits, I might make a controlled access so that I guess Zeta can't go in here until they get their Atmos suit. The other thing is, I'm a little bit concerned. Currently, we have 62 degrees. We can't let that go to 75. So Zeta, sorry, you're not allowed in the hot zone. But what I'll do is I will open up this area, install some granite. We'll put in a cooling line. So I might, that's probably, how much steel do we have? 100 kilograms. We probably will make that a slower priority. Crank out all the lime over time. Oh, and I just noticed that these guys can't go in this direction. Alright, and I'll plan the line that's going to do the cooling for this. So planning this little pathway I thought was going to be easy. I think I have figured this out. First of all, I'm going through this controlled area, so I'm allowing Zeta and only Zeta to do this little construction. But the other thing is there's so many other pipes around. I'm going to set this to go clockwise. This part of it here should be easy. I'm going to do a little bit of rerouting. Just going to get this to go. This will be the return line. We'll have that go like that. Take that out. Send this guy down. And as long as I can get this little thing changed out, I think we'd be okay. Let's look at the overall oxygen situation. Oh. I wonder if we should have another electrolyzer. Somewhere's up there. Maybe we'll do that after. Okay, let's get the cooling line, and maybe that'll be the next thing to do. That's going the wrong direction, isn't it? So that goes up. Oh, maybe I didn't need to move that oxygen, actually. Okay, I think that'll do. And then we obviously need to add in the actual hydrogen itself. Might as well complete our fire pole now that we've got more metal, at least a little bit more. How about for this? Just do that. Oh, just one more tile or pipe. Okay, so that's going to be hydrogen line. That's going to take the nice cool temperatures from over here, transfer them next to the pump. Just make sure that that stays cool until I am able to address. Actually, even once I do have this cooled off from 400, it's currently dormant. From the 500 degrees at its output, I can get it down to about 125, 150-ish. That's still going to be too hot, but at least this will buy us a little bit of time. So I'm putting in our second electrolyzer to help with the oxygen situation at the higher end of the base. And then I also realized, oh yeah, I can make things out of steel. So instead of doing the cooling line, I probably should have just made that out of steel. Well, we already built that, but let's put that on pause. Okay, so that's been taken out. Select steel. Have that go right there. I think at one point I was envisioning I can't get that going, or I can't really make that a safe thing until I get gold amalgam. But yeah, steel. Okay, so that has been switched out. What about you? Okay, another electrolyzer has gone online. Excellent. Okay, clicked on the Synonium synthesizer. Didn't mean to. But yeah, what was I doing now? Just in case things get stressed, we're going to put a massage table. And also, I see this egg here. Might as well attend to that in an incubator. Okay, let's put in 41 of these. Holy frig. You know what? I didn't realize we had that many. Maybe I'll put some more rare buffs growing around. Let's take our one drecko egg. Have that sent here. Oh, the other thing I don't think I showed. We've got these guys in here. Maybe do a little bit of a mop up every now and then. And we've got a drecko egg that has been incubated. And we've got, just double check, but yeah, we've got a massage clinic ready to go as well. So I'm struggling to find some projects. What I really want to do is ultimately have a cooling system and then make some steam turbines. So I can make an aqua tuner and steam turbine. I can also just put a steam turbine on top of this for power production. I also can get a steam turbine to cool this guy off, hydrogen vent. Plus, I also have a steam vent over here. So again, another steam turbine. But all that depends on plastic, and all that depends on this whole setup. Eventually, probably going to just lose this guy, but whatever, when this guy's born, hopefully they lay an egg of a glossy type of drecko. So pretty much just waiting for glossy. With that, I'll just set up a spot where we'll have our dreckos. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Don't want to trap any dupes. Can get rid of this. So my plan here, I didn't actually check to this. Oh yeah, we don't have that sealed off just yet. My plan is to have two different types of drecko stables. This one here for the regular, eating the pinch of pepper plants, and then down here eating the bristle blossom. So doing a bit more digging here. Oh, I probably want to have that ladder installed. But a little bit confused as to why I've got glum hatches and a glum drecko. Okay, gamma. Well, maybe I just happened to catch them at a bedtime. I'm going to go to priorities. I've got 2 dupes, 1 epsilon. Get them to focus on ranching above all else. Oh yeah, I'll go back to beta. And I'll get them since they build really wrong. Yeah, there we go. Alright, never mind. I guess there was no issue there after all. So over here, I'm going to have some irregular shaped stables. So we'll start to put that together. Measure the size once this door is in, last tile. A little bit more tiling down here. Alright, so 99, 89. I'll make a few adjustments, saving a spot to... Oh yeah, this I forgot that should have been hydroponic farming there, but we'll make an adjustment and then continue on. So one adjustment is we're going to go 1 tile down. I want to have an oxygen-based area in this little bottom section and have hydrogen everywhere else, so that the dreckos are in hydrogen to increase their scales as much as possible. So put this in like that. Change this door to go there. Put that like that. Put a ladder up. We might, okay, 96 exactly. I might want more than 4 though, so I have to think about that. Installing some wires up here. Making a few more adjustments. We can get at least 6 of these. We'll also need a lighting source. And I have to decide where the grooming station's gonna go. Thinking right there. So just a little bit more wiring left. The other thing, I eventually want to get some hydrogen in there, and I don't want hydrogen to flow up this way. There we go. Might actually temporarily poke some holes in here while starting to flood this spot with some hydrogen. Let's check here. Oh, yeah, I guess I can't actually check the size that easily with with those poked in. Alright, it should be easy. If this is too big, just take away 2, 3. Actually, nice. Convenient. And we don't need to change that. So we've got 96. Nope, we did something wrong. 94. And 97. Just do that, and I guess we should be good to go with that, apart from the fact that we need hydrogen, so maybe we'll do that next. Well, I've got a line of hydrogen. It's going to go fill this whole area. And I just realized the dreckos over here, which, 2 things. First of all, I created a hole here at some point and did not realize, so we'll fill that in. See, one of the dreckos has escaped, and then I'm realizing, oh yeah, I should be getting the reed fiber, exposing these guys to hydrogen, like this guy is right now. They increase by a small amount because they're wild, but I mean something. In fact, maybe I should be I don't know. Can you get wild critters to convert to like a glossy, for instance? Oh, you can. Huh. I don't even think that's the priority, though. I think we're going to just focus on getting this guy to become, or lay a glossy egg when he hatches. So I just have a couple different points. I'm just going to be throwing in some hydrogen. Again, just to make sure this works well. Maybe create some holes there. Make sure that gets filled in before I actually put this room into service. And I'm wondering if I should store the wild dreckos up here. Oh, didn't actually fully connect this. And make a path over like that as well. There we are, hydrogen on the way. You give a critter a chance to escape, it seems like they will. So we've got the dreckos everywhere. So anyways, I'm relocating all to go up in this room. Hopefully that room's going to be big enough. We'll find out in just a moment. Putting in the ag removal system. Plus, I forgot the shearing station in there. A little bit of hydrogen starting to fill in here. So we've got 2 of these guys. So far, they're happy with 2. Well, I have to remember to eventually when they lay eggs, that'll increase the population in that room. So maybe trying to do this type of thing. Just to be safe. So far, so good. Oh, we just still have the 2, though. Of course. See, if they have a chance to escape, they will, like I said. This is looking very purple or pink. Maybe I'll cut that off. Perhaps that's going to be enough. And I guess I'm probably going to finish this off in one more cycle. But I'm pretty much spinning my head, figuring out what should I do while I wait for plastic. Just remembered one of the things I will want is to have excess eggs dropped off in a spot with hydrogen. So when those dreckos are born, we're able to shear them as well to get more plastic and reed fiber. So we'll make this room over here for that purpose. Put a door right there so these guys won't be able to escape. Connect this into the power system. Oh, and hydrogen. Let's not forget that. Patch this back up. Shouldn't take too long to fill this little room. All right, a lot of this is ready to go. So maybe one final project for the day. Just looking at the comments, Darkfire suggested looking at the anti-entropy thermal nullifier as a cooling system. I think I will do that. Not going to be a priority, or actually the reason I don't want to do that now, because I don't want to consume more hydrogen than I need, but I definitely am going to take that suggestion at some point. Don't know why this third drecko, even though that's high priority, hasn't been done. But yeah, as I said, I'll get to up to one final project. Okay, so I've been working with dreckos the last little bit. I'm going to turn my attention to these little guys, these slickers. They're increasing their odds of getting a long hair slicker egg. That's because they're in a zone of 20 to 60 degrees, so I want to put them in a spot of 60 degrees, but not down here, because that wouldn't be smart, I don't think. So instead, we're going to dig out this area over here, heat it up to at least above 60 degrees, and then they can consume carbon dioxide down this zone. In fact, maybe we'll make a pump so we can utilize that crude oil that's down there as well. So here's my plan. I'm going to use this space heater. I'm not entirely sure that this is the best option, plus a pump to keep this area dry. But we'll give it a go. Okay, so at this point, we should be able to take up these guys and send them over here. Kind of wishing I had brought the other ones, but we can go back to that asteroid and grab the other critters. So automation to control the temperature, and only going to take liquid if it's thick enough. So we've got that. Bring in power. So we've got some wiring going in. Got that set to be 65. In fact, let's just bring it up just a tiny bit more. Start getting a pump or pipe traced out as well. Now I don't want those guys to drown, so I'm going to open this area up, make sure that we get storage for crude oil. Alright, space heater is on. Whether that's going to be enough or not, well, we'll let it run for a little bit and see where we get. Maybe switch to a better source of heating if need be later on in the next episode or so. We'll finish off just making sure we get a crude oil storage so that they don't, those guys don't drown. Alright, well, so the main thing seems to be we're all waiting for you so we can make some plastic. But I'm going to go back to the Demolier Survivors this time. We'll be getting at that. You'll see that, well, hopefully it'll be tomorrow. But when I come back, I'll have a think about what I can do to keep me busy that would actually be useful while we're waiting for plastic. Anyway, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included with the Energy Vampires. See you guys next time.